Hey, this is Victor. I'm here with Jose, my student, and we're going to be talking about his real estate journey, during my mentorship and how he's gone from how he's gotten into real estate and done it's 8 deals in 8 months, making multiple six figures. Is that right? It's been eight, right?
Yeah,
Eight total.
it's been eight.
Okay.
It's
Awesome.
amazing.
Well, awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here. Oh, I should have mentioned you're living in Spain, so you're doing this kind of
Yes.
all virtually, semi-virtually. So that's another like awesome thing that you've been able to pull off, which is great. But I am curious, like what's your background and like what made you want to get into real estate in the first place?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Victor. And I remember looking at these videos when before joining your mentorship, and like it's kind of crazy now talking to you here. But like what drove me to real estate was really I like how you can see the exit like before you enter a deal. Like it kind of obviously there's a margin of error, right? When you're trying to, okay, if I'm gonna sell at this amount, but compared to other businesses or other ventures, I feel that you have a more certain degree of certainty of like how much can you sell at, which is for me it's like that's the main thing that I wanted to do, because um I used to like a lot of the stock market stuff, investment, and when you buy a stock, yeah, you like it, you try to do your research and everything, but like once you buy it, like there's no way of knowing
Mm,
in 6 months or a year. You
yeah.
hope it goes up, but like so that's why like having obviously taking some losses there in that financial market game, I wanted to transition to something more certain, and that I can actually build from the experience of past deals, even though like I didn't do well in some past deals, but the experience, and that was drove me.
Mhm. No, I like it, and I mean that's a good thing to notice for like the stock market. Like it's gone down, 10-20% in the last year, which isn't good. And but real estate's been pretty steady, and like you're still making money there, which is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm with you there. So it's more value steady and that sort of thing. Okay, so you knew you want to get into real estate. You saw the benefits. What were some of like the challenges, like wanting to get it like on your own?
Well, first of all, the challenges are just obviously real estate. You have the it's capital intensive. Like the houses are like the cheaper house you can buy, it's 100,000, or you can get into like 200-300,000 dollar houses, but
Mhm.
it's a lot of money. So like for the first deal, yeah, your heart, it's pumping, because like it's a big decision, right? It's not
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm gonna start with a $10,000 house. Like it's complicated. I mean, where I invest in Florida, it's I invest there because I have my family members. A lot of them are there, even though
Mhm.
I'm here in Madrid. A lot of my family members are in Southwest Florida,
Mhm.
so I try to keep it there, and the prices there are high. So that was the hardest thing at the beginning, just like getting over that first fear of, okay, this is a lot of money. I have to do it right,
Mhm.
and and doubts basically.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Like you're trying to do your first deal, like there's a lot of money on the line. You don't maybe know what you're doing 100%. Okay. Yeah. So then we connected. You joined the mentorship, and then you're able to like do more deals. And for some of those deals I can mention, like we worked together on those deals.
Hmm.
But like what was your experience? Like what was it like? What did you learn doing those first deals and like going through those first flips and getting
Okay,
leads?
so on the first deals, like I did my first deal before you,
Mhm.
so I connected with you when I was in the middle of my second deal,
Mhm.
uh, which I felt that I was stuck in the rehab process. It was getting like the rehab was getting a bit out of hand,
Mm.
and it was taking more, and I felt that like I needed somebody in my corner to to basically, hey, what do you think of this price they're charging me for install
Mhm.
for square foot or something like that. Like that stuff is really like you can beat it out to other people, but like having somebody there to help you. Okay, no, that's about fair. That's about what I pay.
Mhm.
It helps a lot because yeah, you want to move forward. You don't want to like, okay, am I being screwed? That's like something you
Mhm.
don't want to like
Yeah.
experience in the at the beginning, and it's a fear you have to deal with. And so I think back to your question was like I got with you in the middle of the rehab in the second deal, and then uh, you helped me a lot with the in that process, and I finally got it done and finished the rehab, and which was like it was taking me forever,
Mhm.
and now like we're working together on the deals in your market, and I'm pretty happy about that, and it's been great with you.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad that was helpful. And you're spot on. Like when you're getting into this, especially with contractors, they give you a quote and you're like, is that a fair price? Am I getting overcharged? And like you just don't know. So it's helpful to
You
have
don't know.
someone like, hey, is that a good price? So you can just reach out to, someone who's experienced. Um, so that's great.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot of value there. It
Yeah.
actually it doesn't seem like a lot, but yeah, it is.
Hmm. That's awesome. So outside of that, like how has it been working with me? Like positive, negative?
No, very positive, because you're very responsive to our messages, and which is that's key. If you're in the middle of a rehab, right? It's like if somebody takes 3 days to answer you, maybe like the contractor is like, if you didn't say anything in 3 days, like, hey, I, I got another job, or
Hmm.
you have to be like there. So that's a lot of value I feel you add in the process, and yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. So would you recommend others work with me as well?
I will definitely recommend others working with you for especially in the beginning. It's because uh, this, even though it's hard work, and people you have to like be on top of it, and but just like somebody to help you go that process just a little bit faster. It helps. Yeah,
Hmm.
I that's what I think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I know like you wanted to make the transition into full-time real estate, and like at this pace, like you're good to go. Like you're making good money and you're able to get into this. And I think some of the deals, like they weren't all flips for the 8 of them. Like some were like rentals, so you're getting some passive income. So like you're able to do a lot of things and like really help you and your family out just doing this. That's awesome.
Yes, yes. I mean, for like you said, like the last property I acquired in December. It's a condo, and I plan to keep it as a rental,
Mhm.
and I need to first do a rehab, and hopefully it will cash flow nicely.
Yeah,
And
fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. You've run the numbers, and yeah, at this point, you know the numbers pretty well. So awesome. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here, kind of sharing your story and sharing everything. It's been on my side. It's been a pleasure to work with you. It's cool to see your growth, like where we started and where you're at now, like doing deals and like you're always telling me like, oh, I did this deal and I'm getting this one. I got this, rental coming up. So it's really cool to see that. Um,
no,
but
no, but thanks. I mean, for the people that are thinking of joining the Victor's program, all that I can say is like, hey, Victor is a really down to earth guy. Like for my experience, I actually tried to do like wholesaling in the past just to get like a feel, and I worked it with some coaches, and uh, it's nothing compared really to what you offer. You offer way more value than a lot of like at least in the wholesaling coaching.
Yeah. I just didn't know that. I remember you telling me you used to do wholesaling. I didn't know that you've worked with other coaches, and I didn't know that.
I work with one coach trying to start in uh, like uh, basically get wholesale deals,
Mhm.
and but yeah, I mean, it didn't work out. I felt that I wanted to get into flipping, and that's when I tried to get. It's like, okay, I try wholesaling. Like I'm not very good at it, or I don't know. I was close a couple of times to get in some contracts, but I felt that with flipping, it's like, okay, it's more like it's in my hands. The when can I get the first deal?
Hmm. I like it.
And
No, I'm glad you tried it out and you tried something else, and like you're doing really well with it.
yes, so your program it's I recommend it to other students of you that they are thinking, because it helps. For me, it did.
Okay, cool. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you hopping on here and kind of sharing your story. Anything else before we wrap up? Anything else you want to share? Anything else you want to say?
No, well, I hope that you keep helping me for with the problems that are gonna. Of course, there's gonna be problems like in this next deal that I'm trying to do. There's always new stuff that comes, and that's basically it. It's like it's not gonna like get super easy. Well, I don't think for me it's gonna be like that anytime soon. Just like, but it's I really like enjoy the process of doing the rehab, even though like it's stressful sometimes. But
Mm,
what job isn't stressful, like i'm
yeah.
I might as well be stressed here that you're actually like seeing some great value out of it
Hmm.
later,
Yeah.
that being stressed in something that maybe like doesn't transform into, and and also you don't build like from past experiences, as well as you build from past experience in real estate. I feel that
Hmm.
in like every deal you get a little better,
Yeah.
and like you are more like mentally smoother.
Hmm. I've seen that too. Like your first deal is your hardest, and then it gets a little bit easier, a little bit easier, a little bit easier. There might be challenges or unforeseen difficulties, but it becomes easier to deal with it, or you have experience, or you can reach out to someone like me and like, okay, we'll do X, Y, Z and solve it. So I've seen that too. So you're building that momentum, so it's getting easier each deal. So that's huge.
Yeah, it's all about that. I feel the momentum.
Exactly, exactly. Well, cool. I appreciate you hopping on here. It's been fantastic to hear your story, and just keep at it. You're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, thanks, Victor.
We'll see you.